Welcome to MathSwift. In this video, we will be looking at 4 problems on percentage, ratio and proportion and seeing how tackling such questions can be made simpler and faster. So let's begin. Question 1 says, 2 years ago, Adam gave each of his 5 children 20% of his fortune to invest in any way they saw fit. So nice of Daddy Adam. Let's say Daddy Adam had 100 units as his fortune to begin with and he gave 20 units to each of his children. In the first year, A, B and C each earned a profit of 50%. 50% of 20 is 10 and 10 plus 20 is 30. While D and E lost 40%. That means they are left with 60% of what they had and 60% of 20 is 12. Now it is very easy to calculate such percentages. To find 10% of any value, you just need to shift decimal one place to the left, and 40, 50 or 60% is essentially 4, 5 or 6 times the value you get on shifting the decimal. Back to the question. In the second year, A and B each earned a 10% profit. And Chris lost 60%. Happens. Now since he lost 60%, he is left with 40% of what he had and 40% of 30 is 12. It's easy to find 10% of 30, that is 3, and 40% is 4 times 3, that is 12. This is what I was trying to explain. The question further says that David earned 25% in profit. Now 25%, that is 1/4 of 12 is 3 and 12 plus 3 is 15. What about Erin? She lost all the remaining money. So she is left with nothing, no money, that is. So what percentage of Adam's fortune currently remains? Adding all the current amounts, now percentage is nothing but the amount per 100. Since we took the total initial amount, that is Adam's fortune in this case, to be 100, so the current total amount, that is 93, is the answer to the question here. Moving on to the second question, it says Paul's income is 40% less than Robert's income. Let's assume Robert's income to be 100 units. It is given that Paul's income is 40% less than Robert's income. 40% per cent. Cent itself means 100. So 40% of 100 is 40 and 40 less than 100 is 60. Quinn's income is 20% less than Paul's income. So Q comes out to be 48. Sam's income is 40% less than Paul's income. So S comes out to be 24 less than 60, that is 36. If Robert gave 60% of his income to Sam, that is, he gives 60 units to Sam. So the amount that Sam now has is 36 units that he already had plus 60 units that Robert gave him, and Robert is left with 60 units less. Robert also gave 40% of his income to Quinn. So Robert is now left with 40 units less and Quinn gets additional 40 units. How large-hearted Robert is. Quinn's new income would be what fraction of Sam's new income? This is the question. Quinn's income upon Sam's new income comes out to be The calculation is pretty simple. It comes out to be 11 upon 12, which is the answer to this question. Moving on to the third question. It says Toy Town urban planners expect the city's population to increase by 10% per year over the next 2 years. Toy Town reminds me of Noddy. Now you might be thinking that he deliberately chose the name of the town as Toy Town so that he could say this stupid joke. True. Okay, let's assume the current population of town to be 100 and it is given that the population increases by 10% over the next 2 years. Now 10% of 100 is 10 and 100 plus 10 is 110. The population further increases by 10%. Now 10% of 110 is 11 and 110 plus 11 is 121. The question further says that the population 2 years from now would be exactly double the population 1 year ago. Population 2 years from now, that is this one. Can we not say it this way, that population 1 year ago would be half of that 2 years from now? Like so. We get the population 1 year ago as 60.5. Now this doesn't mean that 60 full persons and 1/2 person. These are just units. We can assume these units to be anything to simplify our calculations as long as we do not violate any information given in the question. So 60.5 is cool. Now we need to find the percent population increase in Toy Town over the last year. Percent increase from 60.5 to 100. Since we need to answer an approximate percent increase, we can write it this way. Percent increase would be increase in the population. Percent increase is the increase in population, that is 40, upon the original population, that is 60. Cancelling out the common factors from the numerator and denominator, we get 2 by 3, which in terms of percentage is 66.6%. So the option that is closest to it is 65%. Moving on to the last question. Now we'll be solving this problem in two ways. The first one is a more conventional way of solving such questions, where you translate the problem into a mathematical equation or equations as per the problem and then solve those to get to the answer, which oftentimes makes the problem very tedious and time consuming to solve. The second method I feel is smarter and more swift. That is the idea behind starting Math Swift to tackle such questions. Let's look at the question now. It says Martha has $28 more than Philip. Let the money that Philip has be denoted by F. Then this statement can be expressed mathematically as she gives 25% of her money, which means she is now left with 75% or 3 by 4 of what she had, and Philip gets additional 1 by 4 of what Martha had. The question further tells us that Philip now has 50% less than the amount that Martha is left with, and we can use this information like so. Now this equation can be solved to find out what is F, and you will be able to answer how many dollars Martha had to begin with, that is this. Now let's look at the second way of solving the same problem. This time we will solve this problem backwards. Don't worry, when you start seeing and practicing questions this way, you will know upon reading what question to solve how, something called instinct. Now, since you have already read the question, let's consider the last statement first, that says Philip has 50% less than the amount that Martha is left with, or we can say it this way, that the amount with Martha is double that of Philip. So the ratio of amounts, I repeat, ratio. This time we will not be talking in terms of dollars, we will consider just the ratios, and hence we'll be talking in terms of just units to simplify our calculation, and then in the end we will compare the assumed data to the actual value given in the question. So let's assume the amounts with Martha and Philip to be 2 units and 1 unit respectively. Not only 2 and 1, we can take their amounts to be any value as long as they do not violate the information given in the question. Then, for simplicity of calculation, we can alter the values provided it doesn't act against any information in the question. Now, since 2 is the amount that Martha is left with, that is 75% or 3 by 4 of what she had, so what would be 100%? That is the amount she had before she showed signs of kindness. Now, to keep the calculation simple, can we multiply both the amounts by 3? Yes, we can, because that won't change the ratio, that is 2:1. Now, if 3 by 4 is 6, what would 100% or 1 be? 8. Simple calculation, a difference of 2 units, which means Martha gave Philip 2 units, which also means that Philip had 2 units less or 1 unit to begin with. Now, the first statement of the question tells us that Martha has $28 more than Philip, but we see here that the difference in amounts is 7 units. So 7 units is equal to $28, that is 4 times. So dollars that Martha had to begin with is 8 times 4, that is $32, which is the answer to this question. So that is it for this video. If you found this video helpful, make sure you do give it a like, subscribe and share, as it will always help me continue doing this work. See you in the next one with some more concepts and interesting questions. By the way, the questions would not be so interesting as their solutions would be. Till then, bye bye, take care, stay safe, and most importantly, stay sane.